Carletonville until 5 miners trapped underground are brought to the surface. Now, this incident follows seismic activity yesterday morning that resulted in the caving in of a ground beneath the surface at the mine on Gauteng's West Rand. For the latest on the trapped miners at Kusasalethu mine in Carletonville, let's get to our reporter Manqoba Mchunu, who has the latest details for us. A very good morning to you, Manqoba. Have any of the miners been accounted for at this stage?
Well, Alicia, at this stage, what we do know so far is that the 5 miners are still trapped underground. We've just had a confirmation from the mine saying to us that they're still busy with those rescue operations, and they're saying that they've been working overnight to try and ensure that those miners are reached too, and that they are able to reach them in order to get them out. But what we do know so far is that they did say that yesterday afternoon they did manage to make contact with one of those miners who's believed to be part of those 5 that are trapped underground, and they spoke briefly to him through a rock, and at this stage they are unable to say whether what the condition of the other miners is at this stage, whether they are injured or not. And also they're saying to us that it has been a very difficult search and rescue operation so far, saying that to try and drill through the rock has been a difficult mission. They're saying that the conditions underground have been very difficult for them to try and reach these miners that are trapped, and they're saying that they are now considering or looking at other options to try and make their way to those miners that are believed to be trapped 3 kilometers underground. And what they are telling us so far is that at this stage they are unable to say whether this tremor was due to geological issues or whether it was due to mining activities in the area. But what they are saying at this point is that they're going to continue those rescue operations to try and reach the miners. So what we do understand at this point is that those miners are still there, they're still trapped, and they're not sure of their condition. They're saying that to us, though, that they do have some sort of a safety pack which they are using to try and provide some sort of oxygen. We do understand that that safety pack also has a certain amount of hours worth of oxygen, and they're saying that they've started also efforts to pump oxygen into this particular stretch of mine which the rockfall happened yesterday afternoon. But of course they're also concerned at the fact that it's been over 24 or close to 24 hours since this incident happened, and that they haven't been able to reach these miners. And we do understand that the longer it takes for them to reach the miners, the more in jeopardy they become underground. So at this point they're saying that they've deployed extra teams. They have teams that are working tirelessly. They've been working overnight to ensure that they reach the miners, and they're saying that they'll be deploying more teams this morning. And they're saying what has also happened is that they've been changing these teams constantly to ensure that they are not tired and that they can focus on the job. In fact, even us as the media, we've only been allowed to be at the holding room where they've kept us there. They're saying that we're not allowed to go anywhere closer to the operation, as this might cause a distraction to some of those emergency workers and mine rescue officials who are busy with the operation at this stage. They've also told us that they've made contact with the families. The families have been briefed about what's happening and about the rescue operation. They're saying that the families are being taken care of. They're being provided that support that they need at this time. But one can only imagine the stress and the anxiety that these families are going through at this point, not knowing exactly what condition their relatives are in and whether they are injured or not, and if at all they'll come out alive in this mine. But so far they've told us that the nationalities have also been established. They say these miners come from as far as Lesotho and some of them as far as Limpopo. But at this stage they're saying that they are hopeful, and they will continue. They're hopeful that they'll find them alive, and that they'll continue with this particular rescue operation until all of the 5 miners are brought to the surface. And of course, this is not the first incident to happen here at Harmony Gold. You recall that about 2 years ago, there was also another rescue operation similar to this one, where about 486 miners were trapped underground, and those miners were brought to the surface safely. So at this stage, we're yet to hear how that operation is going forward. They have promised that they'll be keeping us, they'll be giving us updates constantly to give some sort of indication as to how that particular operation is going at this stage. But for now, those rescue operations, Alicia, continue.
All right, Manqoba, you say that it's quite a difficult rescue mission there. Do they have any notion at this stage as to when they should be able to reach the miners? And I mean, what is the mine management saying about this unfortunate situation? Are they going to institute an investigation to properly ascertain what the actual cause of the earth movement was? All right, it seems like we cannot get through to our report on the scene there. That is Manqoba Mchunu. He is live to us from, of course, the Kusasalethu mine in Carletonville, where 5 miners are believed to be trapped underground. At this stage, it is believed that it was seismic activity that could have caused the earth to move there. But we will definitely get those details to you as soon as they become available to us. But for now, it's over to Marumo Kekane with the sports.